right, so enough about me. So let's talk about this eclipse. Yeah, they're really cool people. So the eclipse is going to be on October the 8th. No, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at something else. It's actually going to be on November the 28th at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is actually a lunar eclipse, and it is not it is not a full eclipse. It's actually a partial eclipse. Even though it's not a full eclipse, it's still going to be an impactful eclipse. So the lunar eclipse is when the Earth moves between the sun and the moon, and so it is kind of darkened out, but it will only be partially, because this is a partial eclipse. So again, it starts October the 28th at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark your calendars. Energetically, you will feel this this eclipse to impact you for the next 6 months. However, it's been my experience, or I feel like you either feel the impact of the eclipse at the very beginning or the very end. But that's not to say that you couldn't feel it at any time, but I just feel like it's more potent and more impactful at the beginning and towards the end. So also, we're going to just backtrack a little bit. We had a solar eclipse earlier this month on October the 14th, and that was in the sign of Libra. So the difference between a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse is a solar eclipse is about the sun. It's about the energy of the sun. It's about fresh new beginnings, new starts, breathing that sun energy into people, places, things, and bringing forth something new into your life. As opposed to a lunar eclipse, we know with the moon is all about endings, adjustments, and acknowledgments. Okay? So this is about something coming to an end. This is about something possibly being revealed to you. This is about something having to be adjusted in your life. But even though the energy of this lunar eclipse is about an ending, I always believe that a new beginning has to start with an ending. So at the same time, where this may be an ending in one area of your life or an ending in a situation in your life, this could be opening the door to something completely different and completely new for you. Okay. Now, both with solar and lunar eclipses, we have to look at the eclipse part of it. Now, the eclipse means to darken out or to take away something. And with any eclipse, there is the possibility that there could be something taken away. And that could look like a situation, that could look like a place, and this could look like people in your life. So some of you over the next 6 months could be experiencing people leaving your life. And that could look in any way. That may be someone moving away. That could be someone moving out of your home. That could be someone leaving a job. Someone you work with leaving a job. That could be, some of you getting out of a relationship and you're not seeing these. It's just all about the possibility of not seeing these people on an everyday basis. Now, I will say that this eclipse could mean someone leaving our lives permanently and transitioning over into the afterlife. Okay, so it could look like that as well. For me, the solar eclipse that we had on the 14th impacted me because I'm a Leo rising. So if you're a Leo rising, this solar eclipse that we had on the 14th impacted our third house. So that was about our communication, transportation. That's about educational pursuits. That's about our neighbors and our neighborhood and our extended family. And crazy enough, the other day, Saturday, my neighbor, I was outside in my yard and my neighbor came out and he let me know that he was moving. Now, this is my next door neighbor to the right of me, and we moved in on the exact same day. I moved in my house, he moved in his house the exact same day. He has a wife, 2 small children, and he's a really, really good neighbor, and I've enjoyed him, and he's helped me with little things around my house. And he informed me that he was moving, and I was like, oh my God, I was just so surprised. I would have never thought it because, you know, we've only been here 3 years. And so he's going to be moving. He says he's not moving far from where he is right now, but he will be first trying to rent the house out. And if that doesn't work out, he's going to sell it. So by way of either situation, I will be getting new neighbors. I will be getting new neighbors. So this is how that eclipse, that solar eclipse in Libra already is impacting me in my 3rd house that governs my neighbors and my neighborhood. Okay. So I said my neighbor's moving too. I'm a Cancer sun. Yeah, and again, yeah, it's people leaving our everyday lives. So, hey, Erica. So, yeah, we're going to start talking about this lunar eclipse. We're going to run through the rising signs. Again, listen for your rising sign first, your sun sign second, and you're going to also be listening for your moon sign if you want to. And this, again, will give you a full overview of these energies, how they can impact you, both internally and externally. So does anyone have any questions before we get started? And if you want me to get started, just give me a thumbs up or give me a heart, depending on what social media platform you are watching me on, and that will be my indicator that y'all are ready to move on. Of course, we're going to be starting at the top of the zodiac with Aries. Oh, I got a heart, so they're ready for me to get started. So, again, the lunar eclipse is October the 28th, 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be its culmination. It will impact you for the next 6 months, so just keep that in mind. This is the last of its kind. This lunar eclipse is in the sign of Taurus. This is the last time that we will have this lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus for a few more years. When we get into 2024, the 2 signs that will be hosting the eclipses are Aries and Libra. And again, we've already gotten a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra earlier this month on November the 14th. Okay? All right, so top of the zodiac. If you are Aries, rising, sun, or moon, this lunar eclipse is going to be impacting your money house. So this is going to be the 2nd house. First money house of the zodiac. This represents how you earn your money. This represents your investments. This represents your material possessions. This is also the area that governs your self-worth and your self-value, and how you relate not only to yourself and to others, but how you relate to money. So if you're an Aries rising, what this could look like is with this lunar eclipse, again, endings, adjustments, and acknowledgement, but at the same time, this could be about a new beginning. So some of you could be discovering a new way of making money. There could be money-making opportunities revealed to you. Now, keep in mind, this is the money that you work for. This is probably not going to be money that is just dropping out of the sky, that is just given to you, though it could be, but it's more of an emphasis on how you earn your money. So some of you also could be finding yourself coming to the end of a work project. So this could look like a change of a job in the next 6 months, whether that will be voluntarily or involuntarily. Some of you may be discovering maybe your position is being phased out at your current employer. Some of you may be deciding that it is time to take your talents to another place of employment. Some of you could be making the decision that you no longer want to be in the workforce working for someone else, and you're deciding that it is time for that phase of your life to come to an end and maybe starting your own business. But whatever this is over the next 6 months, it is going to impact you on how you earn your money, how you make your money. Also, this will be a time over the next 6 months, my Aries risings in particular, need to pay attention to their investments, such as your retirement, your savings accounts. This could be your IRAs. This could be stocks, bonds. This could be property that you own. So paying attention to how you're investing your money and how your money is working for you. Some of you may decide that you want to up your contributions to your 401k, or you want to move your money around to diversify your accounts. So your long-term investments could come up. Some of you could be signing a contract for a real estate project or a acquisition of property over the next 6 months. So we're looking at that. Now, we're also going to be looking at, because this is the area that governs our self-worth and how we value ourselves, and also how we relate to money. Some of you could be coming to terms or acknowledging how you spend money. So if you're an Aries rising that could be that has poor money management skills, or spends money impulsively, or is an emotional spender of some sort, this next 6 months will be a time that you may go into this energy of trying to heal your relationship around money, understanding why you react to money in the way that you do, and getting more of a healthy relationship and a healthy dynamic on how you view money, how you spend money, and how money relates to your self-worth and your self-value. Okay? Are we good with that? Now, I forgot to tell you, this eclipse actually has a bit of good luck on it for everyone, because the eclipse will be so close to Jupiter, the planet of abundance, blessings, growth, and opportunity. It will be really, really close to that. So with regards to that, this is going to be for everyone. If you're an Aries rising, this could definitely look like some improvements around your money in itself, because Jupiter is there to bring a blessing. So you could be on the receiving end of some good news around how you earn your money. Maybe you're hearing about a new job or a new investment opportunity, or maybe a return comes to you on an investment that you made. So there could be some good news tied to this particular energy around your money, Aries rising. Now, if you're a Taurus rising, sun or moon, but emphasis on Taurus rising, this eclipse is going to be about you. And it's going to land in your first house. And so when we look at the first house, we look at your physical body, your appearance, your style, your personality, how people experience you when they first meet you, and your individual goals are here also. So endings, adjustments, acknowledgments around anything that has to do with your physical self, particularly your health. So some of you could be coming into the realization that you're needing to tackle a medical situation or a health situation head on. Or if you've been undergoing any type of medical treatment, you could be getting news that whatever this is that you're dealing with health-wise, maybe it's made progression in a positive way, because remember, Jupiter is also going to be there to assist you with some good information or a blessing. So maybe a medical procedure you've been going through, lengthy medical procedure you've been going through, is finally going to be coming to an end, and there is some good news around that. Now, this also will support you on a total change in your style and how you're showing up. So this would be the end of the old Taurus rising as we know it, as we know this person, and the beginning of the new one. So some of you will be thinking about changing your wardrobe, changing your hair, changing your style, showing up differently. And when you start to make these changes, both internally and externally, people start to experience you different, and you start to vibrationally draw in new people to you and new experiences to you. Now, I will say when we have energy in this way impacting the first house, this could draw someone in a romantic way. So if you are a Taurus rising that is single, you are open to the idea of getting into a new relationship or starting dating or something like that, this actually could trigger the potential opportunity for you to meet someone new here over the next 6 months. Now, as I always say, especially when it comes to love, astrology creates the opportunity. You still have to do the work. So, Taurus rising, once you're doing all of this, you know, these changes to your outer appearance, paying more attention to your health and everything, you have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there in order to meet someone. But this could set you up to meet someone, and I think that's a good thing. This is also the area that governs our personal goals. So some of you may be completing a personal goal that you've had for yourself and starting something brand new. So if that could be the complete self-improvement project that you have going on with yourself, your image, your health, and your appearance here over the next 6 months. Okay? If you are a Gemini rising, this eclipse is going to be impacting the area that governs your inner healing. So we're talking about the 12th house. And the 12th house is about endings, closures, our healing, our spirituality. This also is the area of foreign lands also. And confined spaces. So when we talk about confined spaces, we talk about, number one, the confinement of our mind and our thoughts, but also the confinement of hospitals, rehab centers, jails or prisons, anything where we go to, I guess, get away, all right? Or we're taken out of the general population or, you know, everyday living. So when we think about this particular thing, this could actually be a trigger for the beginning of self-healing. So if you're a Gemini rising, number one, that has been thinking about addressing any type of mental health issues, that could be depression, anxiety, that could be whatever you consider things that are keeping you inhibited or hindering you living your best life or tackling any type of traumas that you have had. It doesn't matter when, that could be as far back as childhood. This could be a time that you start to experience healing or you are open to healing. So, you know, for me, I'm a firm believer in traditional therapy, but I also believe in holistic methods and holistic ways of healing oneself. And I believe that they can work hand in hand. So whatever therapy looks like for you, this would be a time that you may want to begin the cycle of healing traumas and anything of that nature. Now, with Jupiter being there, Jupiter could trigger, again, repressed memories. It could trigger past hurts. It could also trigger you being put in a position that reminds you of a traumatic experience. And because Jupiter is the planet of healing, this is all in a way to help you address anything that you may have possibly be running from, ignoring, or that you've actually repressed in your psyche. Some of you could be experiencing a hospital stay for yourself or someone close to you, or dealing with some type of, you know, inpatient or outpatient medical procedure could come your way. Now, I don't ever know how to interpret a jail stay, but I have to tell you that this could be someone dealing with an incarceration. Maybe you or someone close to you could be dealing with the potential of going into jail. But I always want to think that this is possibly someone getting out of a legal situation. I'll put it that way. I'll use that terminology. But, you know, a hospital stay could come into play, a rehab stay could come into play. someone from the past could come into play also. Now, with Jupiter being in this 12th house, I'm going to say to my Gemini risings, if you are in a relationship, especially if you're in a new relationship, but this could be any kind of relationship, any kind of dealing, whether that's romantic, business, friend, family, be very mindful over the next 6 months on who you're aligning yourself with. There could be someone or someone in your life that is misrepresenting themselves. And because Jupiter is there can easily be a lot of secrets revealed to you that you need to know. Now, I don't want to necessarily put like doom and gloom on this or make this seem like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that can happen. But for me, Jupiter is the planet of truth. So whatever this truth is that you need to know, I think it will come into play in the next 6 months. Now, I would also tell you, if you meet someone in this next 6 months, and it's from a romantic standpoint, be very careful with that as well, because Jupiter in the 12th house can trigger someone coming into your life on a romantic level that is not fully available for a relationship. And it can be someone that is still married. It could be someone that is emotionally still attached to someone. This could also trigger a secret affair, like you consciously go into a relationship with someone and either you're still attached, they're still attached, y'all both attached, but you know that this is probably not the best thing that you should be getting yourself into. I'll just leave it like that. Now, with Jupiter being there, you could be receiving some good news from someone. And, you know, I'm always optimistic when Jupiter comes into play. But just know that there could be certain truths revealed to you over this next 6 months. But this also is a great time for a breakthrough with regards to your inner healing and the inner work that you need to be doing. All right, so I'm going to stop right there. Does anyone have any questions about Aries, Taurus, or Gemini rising? Comments, input, anything like that? I don't know if I even have anybody on here that are Aries or Taurus or Geminis. If you want me to keep going, you know what to do. I need a heart or a thumbs up if there are no questions. And then we're going to do the next 3. All right, got me a heart here on Facebook. All right, the next is going to be Cancer rising, and I think I have a Cancer rising here on Instagram. So we're speaking to Cancer rising, Sun or Moon, but we have emphasis on Cancer rising. So if you are Cancer rising, this full moon lunar eclipse is going to be impacting your friendships. So we're talking about your friendships. We are talking about groups and organizations that you are a part of. The other day I found out that the 11th house, this particular area that I'm talking about, has to do with salary increases. So we're also talking about a salary increase in this area, Cancer rising. We are talking about also your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes are here. And technology is here. This is what we consider the social media house, technology, and things of that nature, and unexpected blessings. So for you, Cancer rising, this could look like, again, I believe that an ending is a beginning in every area. So this could be looking like for you, maybe it's the ending of some of your friendships or the reevaluation of your friendships. Now, this could look like whatever it looks like depending on where you are in your friendships. Now, if you're someone that has been disconnected from your friendships, disconnected from your friends, haven't been hanging out with them, this could give you the energy over the next 6 months to make an effort to reconnect with your friends. This could also look like if there are challenges or things that need to be addressed in your friendship group, in your friend group, over the next 6 months, you'll be working to repair those friendships. Now, keep in mind that I told you that eclipses will take people out of your lives on an everyday basis. So some of you will be having friendships that could potentially be coming to an end, and they've just they've just served their purpose, and now it's time for you to go your separate ways. Or we could also look at it from the standpoint of the relationship doesn't particularly end, but it ends in the way that it's been, that you've been dealing with your friends. This could also look like if you're part of groups or organizations, maybe you deciding that you no longer want to be a part of this group, or maybe you don't want to be in a responsibility role, or maybe just your presence in this organization or this group changes in some way. Now, because this is feminine energy, the moon is considered feminine energy. When we talk about people, places, and things, people leaving our lives, we put an emphasis on women. And I don't want to put so much on gender on it, but I will. But we look at the people that could be leaving our lives could be more than likely women or people that exude feminine energy. So if you're a part of a group or organization, you may see maybe someone, a woman in a higher position or a role, either step down or leave the organization. Okay. And again, these dynamics with friends could have a feminine energy component on it, or it could be a girlfriend of some sort that you're dealing with dynamics around friends. Also, some of you could be over the next 6 months really working hard about completing your personal goals, because again, this is the area that governs long-term goals. So some of you are completing those goals over the next 6 months and getting ready to start with the new year coming up, starting a whole new set of new goals. All right. And again, salary increases could come into play. So some of you could be receiving a salary increase. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Again, this is the area that governs unexpected blessings and unexpected events. So just keep in mind that there could be some twists and turns with regards to this particular area of your life. And this is a very social house. So if you have been a hermit, you have not been going out, it's time for you to be outside. Let's take the next 6 months to improve our social life over the next 6 months. All right. How does that resonate with my Cancer rising that I have on here? Because I know they're there. And the next one is going to be Leo rising. That's me. So if you're a Leo rising, this is what the next 6 months will look like for you. Leo rising, this lunar eclipse is going to be impacting your career house. So this is the top of the chart, the top of the zodiac where you are most visible. So this looks like your career. This looks like your reputation, your public image. This is also the area that governs authority figures. So this is higher ups, whether it's in business or authority figures like the law or government or something to that effect. This is also a parental house. Primarily, we put the father in this particular area. But this could be men that have a prominent role in your life. I'll just put it that way. And this is also the titles we wear. And again, our public reputation. So we can say that if you're a Leo rising, over the next 6 months, there could be a lot of career changes for you. So this will be a good time if you're trying to carve out your new career path and new job, trying to figure out, maybe some of you actually may be getting a promotion. There could be a raise coming your way. There could be a lot more recognition around the job that you do. So just pay attention to, people, giving you your flowers, giving you your accolades, acknowledging, that you're a valued person in the organization. And this could, again, be something that pegs you for some kind of promotion or some type of recognition in your career field. Now, some of you may say, I am not in the career line. I'm retired. I'm not doing that anymore. This could be across the board in anything. This could be something, recognition within your family group, your peer group, your groups and organizations, wherever you are and wherever you hold a certain standing in the public, you can be recognized for the value and the worth that you bring to others. Okay, does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Now, this is also the area that governs, again, authority figures. So again, this could be like someone that's in the workforce, seeing someone, a higher up, maybe management, CEO, something to that effect, leaving the organization. And it could possibly be a woman that is leaving the organization. All right. We're also looking at the area that governs, this is our father. So those of you that still have your father with you, I always encourage you to spend time with, just enjoying and reconnecting with your father. Being that this is moon energy, this is a, you could be getting something from your father or something like that. Maybe there's a gift or some money, or you're receiving something that is of importance from your father. Don't know what it is. Now, is this a relationship house? Absolutely, this is a relationship house. And this is also the house that governs the titles that we wear. So some of my Leo risings could be announcing an engagement. They could be announcing that they are in a new romantic relationship, because when we look at the 10th house, we look at the 5th house is about dating. The 7th house is when you become a couple one-on-one. And the 10th house is when you announce your union and you let the world know that this is my person and I'm in this relationship. So some of you could be talking about an engagement, could be getting engaged, announcing that you're no longer single, you're now someone's girlfriend, or you're not a girlfriend anymore, you're a fiance, so your title is changing. Now, I would be remiss not to say, this is a relationship house. Some of you could be announcing a breakup, but it may be very much warranted. So look for the potential for relationship changes to come your way in some way around your relationship and what you're known for in the public. All right. If you are Virgo risings, where is my Virgo rising, sun or moon? This lunar eclipse is going to be impacting the area that governs your long distance travel, your educational pursuits, the law, religion and spirituality, and your belief system. So let's look at it from the educational standpoint. Some of you could be completing an educational component, an area of study over the next 6 months. Some of you could be planning a long distance trip. Oh my goodness, don't we all need a vacation? So you could be planning for a long distance trip. If you are not planning a long distance trip, because the 9th house is activated, I would suggest that you even just go ahead and get your passport or visa or whatever this documentation that you could be working on. Go ahead and get it. It doesn't even matter whether or not you're planning a trip or not. Something could drop in your lap in the next 6 months that could warrant you taking a long distance trip, and you want to be prepared. Okay. Now, this just popped in my head. I don't know if somebody is trying to do the only way I can describe this is like a 90-day fiance thing. Maybe you're trying to get paperwork solidified for your fiance or your spouse or someone to come over, because the 9th house governs foreigners and foreign lands. So some of you may be trying to put together, paperwork to have a loved one. I'm going to put it as a loved one brought over here to the United States. So you could be putting that together. Now, this also will govern your spirituality and your religious beliefs, particularly those of you that may have, I guess, strayed away from what you believe around religion and spirituality. So you may be reconnecting with your religious beliefs. But because this is an ending, adjustment, and acknowledgement, you may be finding a new area of worship. Maybe some of you are just, going to a different church, different mosque, different temple, you're changing that up. Or maybe some of you are leaving a long-standing religious belief for something else. But I would encourage you, those of you that want to, it's a great time to return to school. So if you want to complete that bachelor's, master's, or you want to get your first degree, now would be the time to do that. And somebody's going to be tapped for a marketing campaign. I don't know what that is, but someone may be asked to be like a sponsor or an influencer or something like the face of a product or something. So that could come up in the next 6 months. All right. Where am I? Okay. So I'm going to stop right there. Does anyone have any questions about Cancer rising, Leo rising, or Virgo rising? Questions or comments? All right. So if there's no questions or comments, let's move on to Libra rising. So if you're a Libra rising sun or moon, this full moon, this lunar eclipse is going to be actually impacting you in the area that governs other people's money. So first and foremost, this is not about the money that you earn from your job or anything outside of your efforts. So this is about other people's money. So this is going to be impacting you in the area that governs shared resources and finances that you share with another person. So that could be a spouse, that could be family, friends, that could be business. This is an area that governs loans, taxes, child support, alimony, credit card debt, debt of any kind, monies that you receive from a settlement, a bonus, or that you receive from someone else. Again, outside of the scope of what you do to earn money. This is also the area that governs sex and intimacy. So full moon eclipse in this particular area. Number one, if this is hold on, I lost my train of thought. I looked at something and lost my train of thought. Okay. Again, other people's money resources. If I have my Libra risings that are in the midst of a divorce or the splitting of assets, the splitting of things of that nature, this could be in the next 6 months of time where you work those splitting of those assets apart. Some of you will be announcing a divorce, a split up, and this could be a marriage, a relationship, or this could be a business partnership that is going its separate ways, and the two of you are splitting up assets. Some of you could be seeing an ending to a stream of income that you've grown accustomed to. So this could be, for example, if you're a college student and your parents have been paying for your apartment, and then you find out here in the next few weeks, your parents announce that, oh, we're no longer going to be able to fund your apartment, your rent, and you're going to have to figure out how to do it yourself. Or this could be someone's child support comes to an end. Their child ages out. They turn 18, and you won't be receiving that child support, or you won't be receiving that final alimony payment because you've hit the terms of the stipulation on that. But whatever that looks like for you, just be prepared for the potential of a stream of income to end or adjust, maybe. And it could adjust in being increased as opposed to decreased, but something around that area could change for you. This will be an awesome time for you to start a debt repayment plan. So getting serious about paying down your debt, working out a debt repayment plan with your creditors, making sure that you stay on top of your taxes, because this is the area that governs taxes. So please stay on top of your taxes. Some of you may need to go ahead and employ a tax person, and because maybe you've been doing your taxes all these years, and you may want to think about partnering with a tax expert to see if there's any type of benefits that you're missing, with regards to taxes and tax law. Now, let's talk about sex and intimacy. First and foremost, sex and intimacy are two different things. Sex is the physical act, and intimacy is the connection with another person. So this could look like those of you currently in a relationship with someone. The the conversation around your sex life or your intimate connection or both could be a focus of your attention here over the next 6 months. Okay, so if you've been struggling in that area with your partner, you could see a breakthrough of some sort, some type of healing around that particular area. Now, this could also look like if you are interested in spicing up your sex life, if you want to introduce new things into your sex life, this would be a great time over the next 6 months. I think your partner will be more than willing, or you could be connecting with someone that comes into your life that awakens certain things about you that you didn't know about yourself on a deep sexual or intimate level. Okay. The next one is Scorpio. Scorpio rising, my favorite sign. Scorpio rising, sun or moon. This lunar eclipse is going to be impacting your one-on-one relationships. So we're talking about the 7th house. And even though in astrology we consider it the marriage house, it is one-on-one relationships of all kinds. So that could be marriage, committed relationship, business, family, friends, the people that we hire for goods and services. These are just the conscious chosen relationships that we go into with another person. And this is also the area that governs legal and binding agreements. So if you're a Scorpio rising, your one-on-one relationships could come into play of all kinds. Now, because it's ending, adjustment, and acknowledgement, could there be a breakup or an ending to a relationship? Yes, it could be. It definitely could be. But there could also be an adjustment or an acknowledgement of things that need to be worked out within the dynamic of the relationship. Okay? So, again, don't always think of breakup meaning the end, but it could be. But it just could be the end of how we function in this particular relationship, and then we go on to something new. We leave that behind, and we go on to functioning in the relationship in a different way, in a more healthy way. But also keep in mind, it is any one-on-one relationship of any kind, not just romantic, okay? Could this be someone leaving your life? Yeah, it could be. This could be the end of a business agreement. This could be the end of a partnership. And that person is moving on, and you know, it is what it is. So you could be seeing people leaving your life in a more intimate level on those one-on-one relationships. And this is also the area that governs legal and binding agreements. Some of you could be working out and finalizing a separation or divorce or some type of legal agreement with another person. All right. So, where did I stop? Oh, Sagittarius rising. My niece is Sagittarius rising. So if you're Sagittarius rising, sun or moon, this lunar eclipse is impacting your 6th house, health and fitness, your work environment. This is your work environment, people you work with, around, and for in the actual space that you work in. This could be about your pets. This could be about how your service to others, and again, your health and fitness and foods that you eat. 6th house is very, very important. So if you're a Sagittarius rising, addressing your health issues, both mental and physical. Please do not leave out the mental components, because it is very important. So some of my Sagittarius risings really coming to the realization that you need to take better care of yourself, whether that's your physical health or whether that's your mental health. And also, because this is the area that governs the foods that we eat, if you're a Sagittarius rising, you're going to really need to take a really hard look at how you eat and the foods that you put into your body. There is more than likely needs to be a significant change around your dietary needs. And this is not a diet. This is a total food lifestyle change. So if you need to eliminate certain foods from your diet, over the next 6 months, this will be a great time for you to start to filter those unhealthy foods, unhealthy eating habits that you have, filter them out of your life. Take more responsibility for your physical health. Go to the doctor. Make sure that you're doing well. But this is a time that health is a really big focus for you. And it's very important that you pay attention to it. And because it's the house that governs our pets, I would give the same emphasis that you would to your pet. All right. So making sure that your pet is healthy. It's got all its shots. It's taken care of. So just pay attention to those pets that you have in your life. You also want to pay attention to your work environment. So some of you will be seeing people moving around, leaving, shuffling around. You yourself could be making a new move to maybe a new job, or maybe at least just to a new department, or your workload changes in some way. So look for changes over the next 6 months with regard specifically to your work environment and those that you work with, around, and for. And again, we talk about the eclipses and people leaving. This could look like someone in management, or maybe a co-worker leaving your everyday work environment within the next 6 months. Okay. We're also looking at how you have service to others. If I have a Sagittarius rising that's in a caregiver role, you may be seeing an ending coming to the responsibility of that caregiver role here over the next 6 months. Okay. So do we have any questions for Libra, Scorpio, or Sagittarius? And again, keep in mind, Jupiter is going to be playing a part in all of this information that I'm giving to you. So there could be, a benefit in this area of your life as well. So just keep that in mind. Well, as far as money, somebody wants to know, how is money looking for Sagittarius? Because we're talking about your work environment, there could be a change in something with regards to your work environment. And of course, when you're changing your work environment with the potential of possibly changing jobs, that could trigger a change in money. But with that particular question, that's more of a question that we would have to answer in a one-on-one reading, because I would have to look at the entire chart to see if any of your money houses are activated right now. Okay. But we're just looking at, with Sagittarius rising, something around the work environment having a potential change in it. All right. I hope that answers your question. I'll go back to Cancer at the end of it. Yeah, I'll go back to Cancer at the end of it. Let me finish these last three, and if anybody missed anything, then I'll double back and do those again. So the next one is Capricorn rising, sun or moon. Emphasis on the rising sign. So the fifth house, the house of joy, one of my favorite houses. So this is about your dating life. This is about your romantic life. This is about love affairs, casual sex. This is the area that governs our children. Pregnancy is here, and our creative expression is here. So if you are a Capricorn rising, with this being a lunar eclipse, this could bring the ending of a dating or romantic situation. Now, being that it's an ending, could it be that you're ending a relationship? Yes, it could be. But it also could look like you're ending a dating situation, and you guys are going from casual dating to now you may have decided to make it an exclusive, official relationship. So, especially with Jupiter being there supporting that, that could be a thing for you. All right. But something around your dating life could be changing. Maybe if you're single, there could be someone coming into your life. You have dating opportunities that open up for you. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. So it could be bringing dating opportunities your way, Capricorn rising, for you to get out there and date and choose from. This could also look like the announcement of a pregnancy. Maybe your own or someone close to you makes an announcement that they are expecting. This could also be announcements around your children. So this could be something that's going on in their. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. There could be something going on impactful in their life. So they're making an announcement about what's going on in their life. Okay. We also look at our sex life here. So more opportunities to connect with, and this is casual sex. And I don't care what it is. Sex is sex. I always say just protect yourself is what I encourage you to do. So this is also a good space for you to go back to any type of hobbies or things that you love that bring out your creativity, because this is all about what brings you joy and what brings you happiness. So this is another social house. So this will be great for you to get out and socialize, get out and do physical activities if you're a Capricorn rising, and just get out and having fun. Okay. But keep me posted. The dating life could change in some way. And again, some of you could be hearing an announcement of a pregnancy or someone expecting a baby, your own or someone close to you. All right. Aquarius rising, sun or moon. We're going to be talking about your home life. So if you're Aquarius energy, sun, moon, or rising, particularly on the rising, you could be moving in the next 6 months. Your fourth house is lit up. Fourth house is family. It's our physical home. It's real estate. It's our emotional foundation. This is a parental house. When we look at the fourth house, we look at possibly our mother or women that are close to us. And because Jupiter is in this area, this is about expansion. So I'm wondering if an Aquarius rising is planning a move, or there could be a sudden need for a move. So some of you could be moving. Some of you could be deciding you're ready to purchase your first piece of property. So that may be your first home, whatever, parcels of land. So there could be a acquisition of some real estate. Some of you could be selling real estate. Now, there also could be an expansion to your family. So somebody could be moving in with you, or you're another one that could be hearing an announcement of an addition to your family. So that could look like somebody is getting married, so they're bringing a new family member in. That could also look like someone is pregnant, so that's an additional family member. So the expansion around your family could be an emphasis over the next 6 months. There could be a move, but there could be changes in your existing physical space. And again, with regards to the women in your life, please make sure that you're paying attention to those significant women in your life. If you've not been spending a lot of time with your mother or the women that are important to you, this will be a great time for you to reconnect over the next 6 months. Okay? And finally, Pisces rising, sun or moon, emphasis on Pisces rising. This is going to be your third house. So we're looking at your transportation needs. We're looking at your communication style. We're looking at educational pursuits, your neighborhood, your siblings, your cousins, and your extended family, and short distance travel. So if you're a Pisces rising, this could look like some of you embarking on an educational pursuit. Now, because it's in the third house, this usually represents lower education. So where the ninth house will be the higher education, like our degree plans, college, the third house will be more things that are a shorter time to study. So this could be like a certification, an accreditation. This could be like you taking a course that makes you more marketable or gives you, sharper marketing skills that go along with your current accreditation or what you do. This could actually look like an educational pursuit that's just something that you want to do on a personal level. Maybe you want to take a language class, so you want to learn another language, or a knitting class, but something with regards to a hobby. Now, this is going to be great energy for short distance travel. And when I say short distance travel, I typically mean within the region that you live in, nothing that takes you overseas, or this could be road trips. is great for this energy over the next 6 months. You could be spending a lot of time with your extended family. We do have the holidays coming up. So a lot of you will be traveling to see family and maybe have family coming in. So this is a great time for you to reconnect with your extended family and entertaining at your home. And you're another one like me with the Libra eclipse, could be hearing about a neighbor that is moving or some changes are happening in your neighborhood. Now, I have to tell you, Pisces rising, some of you may be looking to get a new mode of transportation. Now, I don't know if that's going to be involuntarily or voluntarily, but questions around your transportation needs could come up over the next 6 months. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so somebody wanted me to go back to Cancer rising. Are they still on here? Because I'm about to repeat it. If there is a sign that you want me to go back to, please let me know, because I'm about to do this and then I'm gonna let you guys go to bed. Tiana, you're still here for the Cancer rising? Okay, so